I am not gonna lie to you all, I forgot what it was like to wear makeup. I'm not even gonna lie, I actually put makeup onto this video. I hope you guys are appreciative of this. To my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing super well and staying safe, and today I'm here to do a chatty advice video. As you can see by the title, it's all for those year 12s or beginning of college, for all of you guys, because I have had loads of DMs, loads of questions regarding starting up A-level, starting up going into a new school, new college, new sixth form, and everything in between basically. So I'm going to kind of just go over everything, give my honest how I found it, how I keep organised during my A-levels, how I chose my options, the process. Basically just chat to you guys about year 12 and what it's really like. So a bit of a background story was I was never planning on going to college really. I did apply to one but didn't really plan on going there. I was always kind of wanting to go to sixth form. Obviously this incident happened last year with my school and I didn't end up going to that sixth form, so I had to act quick and I actually applied to my college that I now currently go to on the day of GCSE results. So it was a very quick turnaround. I hadn't viewed the college. I didn't really know what it was like, but I kind of knew that that was at the moment my only option. I spoke to a few people and they said it was a good college and everything, and it was in the middle of a big town, so it was quite a nice one. So I decided to choose my options. I always kind of knew what I wanted to go down the lines of, but now going into the college instead of sixth form, I'm so glad I did it because the options in college are so ranged, and I do think there are more in college than sixth forms. Obviously depends on around your sixth form. I went for a interview, like a really quick one, got in and everything like that, put my options in, went for a test a day where you obviously meet your new like peers and things, and then you just start off, and it's honestly such a simple process, and I think a lot of people overcomplicate it. Honestly, it's just like another year at school, a little bit like it's just applying, and you've got to obviously apply. Please don't leave it till last minute like I did, because obviously I did have a vision in my mind where I was going and that didn't work out. So some of my main year 12 jumping up to college or sixth form tips are: it's not as big as it seems. Everyone talks about, oh, if you're moving into a sixth form or college, it's such a big jump. A-levels is completely different. It honestly requires every little bit of your time to do. It's not. They over-dramatize it so much, including teachers a lot of the time. It really is not as scary as it seems. A lot of it, I went to a college where I didn't really know that many people, but as soon as you kind of work in classes, you get to know people, it's very natural and you just kind of click straight in. Obviously, I actually didn't really settle in great in my first couple of months at college. I found that I didn't have like a particular group and I felt a little bit alone. And don't get me wrong, I still have those days where I just like to be by myself, but I do like to think that I have a good group of friends now and we're all nice and friendly and everything. And it's quite nice to just have a group, but not ones that you're like intimate, like 24/7 you've got to be together, because college is very different, and in the sense of you kind of are more independent. If you want to go off for your lunch break earlier than everyone, you can, and times tables are different and it's all a little bit different to school. So if you do think, oh, I'm going into a group where I might not have many friends, it's not the biggest deal, and sometimes it's actually better for you, because I get loads of work done in my frees because I don't have to worry about following around a big group. A big thing though I do have to say is do not leave work till last minute. I know so many college, I know so many A-level students this year have left their work till last minute. That's just something I've got to say. Do not leave your work till last minute, just because it really does get on top of you, and it's not like GCSEs in the sense of it's quick, it's easy to do, It's not like a 5-minute piece where you could actually get away with your GCSEs and your teacher's not really caring. A-levels, it's a detailed piece and you do need a lot of time to actually do it. It's your A-levels at the end of the day. The teachers aren't going to do your exams, so you have to take responsibility. And I think that that's another point that I have got to raise is when you jump to A-levels or to the sense of college, you do get a lot of independence, and this can go a lot of different ways. And I'm lucky that I went the good way, but it can in the sense go, you get involved in a group of people that might not be interested in doing their A-levels and they've just done it because they've kind of got to. And you tend up not doing any work and you fall behind and you actually don't do that great. So always kind of be more mature about it in the sense. And a whole group of kind of maturity comes into it because you have got to kind of look at it and be mature. Organise yourself. Like, honestly, go to Wilco's and get £1 folders and organise your subjects because your life will just be 10 times easier. Keeping yourself organised is 100% my main tip. Like, and also, when you have spare time, like in your frees or something, and you don't really have to go out every single free, do your work then, because I do my work in my free time, in my my study frees, and then I can enjoy my evenings, I can enjoy my weekends, and obviously I work part-time as well, so I do need to do that in my free. I do YouTube, so organise your time, but obviously just remember, obviously social life is still important. Don't chuck it all away because they do say that these years are one of the best years. I don't believe that, but yeah. Okay, so how did I choose my options? How should you choose your options? Now, this is obviously my own kind of independent, what I enjoyed, what I thought I would be good at. So it's all down to you in the sense, but I do have some tips of choosing your options and your A-levels. First things first, it's not the same as GCSE. I went in, and if you don't know already, I currently do sociology, media and photography A-level. However, when I went into year 12, I actually picked up English literature as my A-level instead of photography. Went in thinking it was going to be like GCSE, it's going to be fab. I loved it in GCSE, so you know, why wouldn't I love it now? Did not like it. It was really quite different, and that's absolutely fine. Like, we are still young, we still don't know everything, and I was fine with that. I wasn't like upset that I had chosen the wrong option, because the best thing to do is to not sit in that classroom for the whole entire 2 years, actually not get a grade at the end because you absolutely hated it. If you go into your year 12 beginning and the first couple of weeks you hate your options, there's always a chance to change, so don't stress too much. But options, they are difficult, but there are more, and also you only have to choose obviously 3. So I went down the lines of sociology because I thought it would be super interesting. It was something new and I love it. It's my favourite subject. So I'm so glad I chose sociology. Something else that a lot of people do is do like sociology, criminology, psychology, like them kind of ones together as well. Those are kind of more A-level based subjects. I chose media because I thought it'd be quite good for YouTube, quite different in the sense, and I actually really do like media. It's a lot different to what I thought it was going to be, and that's another tip that I've got for you guys, is to do your research previously. Watch YouTube videos, like read a lot about it, go onto the exam websites, literally do your research, because it's not your GCSEs, it's your A-levels that you're choosing. And finally, I swapped English to photography because I thought it was raved about, not gonna lie, in my college. Everyone said photography's fab. I thought, you know what, I love like photos. Bearing in mind, I did obviously just change it, and I'm actually quite glad that I do photography because it's a little bit different. Also, it's all coursework, so it's that little bit break of exams, and I don't think I change it. If I had to change any of my A-levels, I might have considered doing criminology. It wasn't an option in my college, or maybe PE or something, but that again wasn't an option. So I went for what I thought was great. Another thing that I've got to add about choosing your options is do something that you think you're going to pass. Like, a lot of unis and a lot of universities do not care what options you chose. They care about what your grades are. Like, if you come in with BBB on options that aren't really that intelligent, they actually are more likely in their sense. And And yeah, do ones you enjoy, because you don't want to be stuck in 2 years doing sciences if actually it's only your parents that want you to do sciences. Do something that you want to do, and you kind of know, I definitely think that there's time, and you kind of get into the habit of knowing what you enjoy. And like, I was never good at science or math, so I knew that I wanted to stay away from them. I did get a lot of questions to talk about media, photography and sociology as an A-level. Might do this more detailed, but I'm just going to add a little bit in here. So media A-level is great and everything, but it's a lot of writing. It is essay based, so it's 70% essay and 30% coursework. Now the coursework is determined on what college you go to and all that, and who your teacher is and what they choose for you. We are actually doing a magazine, but you can do a video, a podcast, YouTube as well. And the exam based is 2 exams. I'm actually going to read it because I don't want to give you any of the wrong information. I've got it here. So it is 70% of the media studies will be assessed through 2 final exams, which will take place at the end of your 2nd year. 1 exam focuses on media products, industries and audiences, and the other, so it's basically a lot to do with theorists. We do a lot about Black Panther, Daniel Blake, who do movies. We do The Sun, The Times, we watch Life on Mars. So there's a lot of set products to actually look at as well, which is quite interesting really. It comes up on the TV and you know. So then sociology is basically very evaluative. You do crime, you do families. I love this subject just because it's so relevant to us as humans, and I can come in and I can actually talk to my mum about it, and it's interesting to like see that it actually comes into families. You are assessed all on essays, so if you're good at essays, definitely look into doing sociology. And there are it's a 2-year course, obviously. Paper 1 is 2 hours, education and theory. Paper 2 is families, and paper 3 is crime. So there's 3 papers, 6 hours in total. And yeah, that's pretty much it. However, sociology is quite difficult, I've got to say that. So if you are looking for more of an easier subject, I would just say just definitely do your research. And photography is over the space of 2 years. You look into obviously photographers, you basically do coursework sketchbooks. If you haven't checked it out, there has been weekly vlogs if you do want to check out my coursework book. And it's all coursework and internally set. The coursework element is a personal investigation as well as a written material and is worth 60%. And there is a 15-hour assignment which you take in your 2nd year as well. So what made me choose? They seemed interesting. I thought I was going to do well at them. And that was kind of it. So I have got a few questions that you guys have asked me, so I'm just going to kind of go through them. So someone has said, do I struggle myself with independent work, especially during the coronavirus? So I have and haven't. I really started off well. I had set work I needed to do and I needed to kind of catch up on, in the sense, and now I'm at kind of this deadline where the teachers have kind of lost motivation to set us work, as well as I kind of feel like I don't really know what I'm doing, in the sense, but I do still try and put in a couple of hours a week. I'm planning on doing like a study with me tomorrow and things, and that's what motivates me, is to do a YouTube video. Independent work in college, I'm absolutely fine with. I'll take myself to the library for a couple of hours and just crack on with work, because I know I need to do it, and I chose to do A-levels, and whether I want to use them in the future or not, they are a great thing to have, and I would like to do well in them, and to just know that I can do it. So someone said, main difference between GCSEs and A-levels. I have got to say, not a lot. They do not spoon feed you, and I don't know obviously what your GCSEs were like, but my teachers really did like spoon feed a lot of kids, and I was a bit like, oh my god, like, not myself personally really, but you do just do your own work, and if you don't really know what you're doing, you have to do a lot of research before you ask. So just take that in mind. If you are looking at doing A-level and not a course, you do have to put in a lot of your own work. The teachers will not just give you all the answers. And obviously you're only doing 3, so there is a little bit more work in the sense, but I don't think there's a lot. I get less homework from A-levels and things as well. Worst thing about them, I think at this right moment in time, I don't see myself using them. So I feel like a little bit unmotivated with that. Obviously, there's some bits of it that I just think are so dead boring. And I'm not a massive fan of college. Like, I would choose, if I could stay home and not do it, I would. But I do like college in the sense of some things. But it's a bit like, if I have to go, then I will. If that's then. Oh, and also there are harder questions, especially essay based. They are harder and harder to get better marks at. So if you're getting A's in GCSEs, you're more likely to be getting C's in A level, if that makes any sense at all. How to stay motivated: have an end goal, know what you want to work towards, have a clear structure. To-do lists, you've probably heard me say it about a million times. To-do lists are your way forward, honeys. Know what you kind of want out of that day, and take it easy, especially at this time. Take it easy. Do not stress yourself out too much, because you have got a long time to do this, but also you haven't, because it goes super fast. I'm at the end of my year 1, and although I haven't actually done it properly, it has gone super duper fast. So definitely that. All I can really say with A levels, starting year 12 and college, because obviously I can't really speak about sixth form, and something I would love to do is actually get one of my friends or someone that I know that goes to sixth form and kind of get them in and chat about the difference between colleges and sixth forms. I know that's quite a big subject. I was going to do it, but obviously we can't at this right moment in time. But what I could say about year 12 is just kind of open yourself up. Like the idea of meeting new people, ask questions, get your teachers on your side, do a lot of research, be organised, know what you want. Like, if you obviously know what you want to do as your career, that's amazing. If you want to know if you want to go to uni or not, that's incredible. But also if you don't, then that's absolutely fine too. There shouldn't be this kind of stigma around not going to uni or not knowing what you want to do, because this is your time to kind of decide. And all I would say is enjoy it, have fun, make it fun as well for yourself. And if you have any more questions, don't be afraid to DM me, because my DM's always open over on Instagram. You can check it out down below. If you're starting A levels or year 12, college, etc. in September, I wish you the best of luck. Don't stress about it too much. Don't stress about your GCSE results too much either. What will be will be. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's kind of given you a little bit more of an insight. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.
Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken?